I already knew this place was where I did everything. This place was where I played games growing up, playing Xbox, just started basketball, football, going outside and doing my thing. You know what I mean? As a kid, you do what you gotta do. And this place was just had memories. This is when I first moved out here. We really liked it here. Everything was better, of course. Mom was doing her thing, working her ass off, and you know, big respect to that, because like single parenting is just through the roof. So, you know, when it's two involved, it's a lot better. But we also moved out here about a year or two after my pops left, so it wasn't too long. She got on her own, and because my mom could do it, she always could. So, you know, and then it was just a different story for me. I was just meeting. I moved out of the area where I was my whole life, so all the kid friends that I had, school buddy, you know, all that gone. And you know, at a young age, it's just like, damn, it kind of sucks. But you know, so we had to do what we had to do.
Kids have their ways, you know what I mean, of having fun. Let me show you something. This was my fun. Football 24/7. That's it right here, right? I lived on the second floor right here. Whoever lived there now, oh well. So I lived right here on the second one, so I hopped off there, then hopped off there and went to play football when I couldn't. You know what I mean? So that's how we made it happen around here. This isn't the nastiest area, but when I was coming up from 0 to 11, lived in the trenches. But we're not gonna go there. We don't go there anymore. So you know, this place isn't terrible. Just like everywhere shit goes down. You know what I mean? So
right here is the high school. You know what I'm saying? Went to high school here. I did 3 out of the 4 years here. I have a lot of stories at this school though. You know, high school comes around, first real girlfriend, parties, life, chilling. It's your best time as a kid, is high school. Not the school part, stay in school, but high school, everything goes down for you. If you're into that. I knew a couple cool kids, but did nothing but stay home. But they was dope as shit. But then I knew the turned ones. We got turned. So, you know, I do have a story at this high school. Right on this one court was one of the craziest fights. I'm talking, it's about 30 people on the court. Then this altercation happens with these like 3 or 4 Spanish people. And then, you know how the Spanish come, they come deep. Like, I'm not throwing like nothing racial or nothing, but I'm Spanish and we come deep, they come deep. They all have each other's backs. So they go and get some people, friends, family, I'm assuming. They hop the gate. Mind you, we're paranoid. I know it's 30 of us, but it's like, it was probably like 20 of us, but we're like paranoid, looking around, seeing what's going down, if anybody's gonna come. 20 minutes later, where I live across this gate is a fence, another fence, and you can hop that fence from the apartments. That's where I lived. But they all came from there. And we just see people running to the court. 2 dudes with a gun. So at this point, I hear he has a gun. Somebody intelligent screams that out. And when they go to scream that out, I take off down this hill. Like, there was a group of people playing football, like, with their family though. And I just blended in. I just was like, yo, pass the ball. I remember those exact words. Yo, pass the ball. They looked at me like I'm crazy. But then they look up at the court, and the court's just, people just, you know what I'm saying? People were just going. So they just start hesitating back. By then, I'm already at the sidewalk. Like, probably it's 300 yards. 300 yards, I'm already at the sidewalk. So I start walking into my crib. I asked these two girls that was in front of me what just happened. Who are they? They ignored me like twice. So I'm like, hello, like, I know I don't know you, but you just seen what I seen, so I need to know what's going on. And they just said, I don't know. So I'm like, all right, like, bet something happens to you, I ain't helping you out. So we just running, I'm running, they was walking, jogging, I'm running, I'm talking about running. But then we heard, cause even though I was running, I just took the long way, so I got lost in the mix. I literally come around, and about 100 yards is where everything was going, so I was visible. So I started going, but I see my homies still there scrapping with them, So I sneak up, I go back. One of the dudes hits our football coach with a metal pole. Makes him have an instant seizure, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but he definitely had a seizure. He went into seizures, and then at that point, all the football players that were on the court and everybody that was at the court was like, you know, you're not gonna do that to, you know, everybody knows the football coaches and everything are all cool. Like, they're the cool people. So the football coach and whatnot, everybody goes over there and starts helping. I'm talking about, we're just pop, 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 pop. Like, everything was going down. Like, you look over, like, everything. So at the end of it, they noticed, the dudes that came noticed they were losing. And when they started losing, they all got out of there. You just see all of them start taking off. This is the house where I started high school. This was where your life is forming in front of your eyes. If you're gonna play sports, what you're gonna choose to aim yourself towards. High school involves just growing up. And you know, this was also the time my mom had to stop working. She had severe back pain, had to have surgery after surgery after surgery. Nothing worked. Nothing. We didn't understand what was going on. Bone structures was all messed up. Days she would lay in bed and not move. And then days she would feel great, but do so much on that day because finally you can do something. And then the next day, the most excruciating pain. And then seeing that in high school was more of, like, I'm having fun at school, but I'm coming home, having fun with my mom. We still had fun, we did our thing. My mom always had a great time, no matter what the case was. Sick, something. It would always be something fun or positive or something to watch and spend time with. Ain't nothing like your mom when I tell y'all that. You know, I lost her when I was just 17, entering prime time years, as that being my best friend. And then the year right before she passed, I didn't get much time with her because she let me stay, which includes, we moved out of the place here, we moved out of there, and then she let me stay in this area so I could stay and go to school here and not have to go to a school that was rated below terrible, where you have to have, just Baltimore City, bro, is a bad schooling area, and she didn't want to take me there. And so she just left me in a better area and said, you can finish school here. I did ask her. I also asked her because academically it was going to do better. Like, it was just going to do better for me. So then she said, okay, she let me stay. So the last year and a half before my mom's death, I didn't get too much time with her because I would only see her on weekends, or I'd only see her like 2 or 3 days out of the week. But prior to that was every day. I lived with my mom and did everything with my mom. And then, so it, not on a cocky level, but it made me build a certain character. Like, okay, my mom's not here to help me right now. Even though I could call her, ask her, whatever, my mom's not here to help me right now. So I gotta figure it out. And it raised it to be something better. It raised me to do something better, more. I was there before a lot of people were in my head, like mature wise. Always was, always. So this is also, my mom had already stopped working by the time we moved here. So 9th, 10th grade, she was done working. We had to get help, assistance on rent, had to get assistance on food. I'm not trying to put all of our business like that. We're not like that no more, because we worked and worked to not be like that. But we used to be. We used to get help for everything. There was a time Christmas came around and it hurt my mom's heart because my mom used to have money, buy me anything I wanted, or what I asked for, or what she could do. And it turned into it being, I need assistance to get my kid presents at all. So, you know, I've always been grateful for what I've gotten. I've always been grateful for things. I always had a good heart towards that stuff. My mom explained to me, sorry she couldn't do this, but this is what I could do. So it was always finding something with my mom. So that's kind of what I sit on. I will always find a resolution to something, because if someone says something I don't like, you could take everybody's route, fight, get in trouble, this and that and third. But what happens if I walk away and just be a better person? Mom always taught me that early. So, you know, a lot of stuff happened here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy how it just flashes. Yeah, right here is the elementary school. I also did go to this elementary school, but this court right here was actually a court that everyone consistently went to, had competitive games. No fights really broke out there, nothing that I can remember. We also used to play football in the field that was right in front of it. So, you know, we had a blast. We did what we had to do, and that was that. I mean, this school was cool. Mad field trips. First kiss happened here. You know, just a crazy, like, I don't know, it's just crazy how life just flashes on you. How grown up you're just like, if you have your mom or dad or just one and you're happy, you're just living life, chilling. You don't know about the struggles, nothing. Then you get in that 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, you start peeping like, wow, we're really not becoming, because a lot of people will normally start down and come up. I kind of was cool, and then I came down. And so it was just like, at that point, it was a crazy point, because at that point, she stopped working, was the point for me to get a job anyway. So I got a job working at Panera Bread. Was bringing in some money, as much as I could. I worked there for like 2 years almost. Yeah, for like 2 years. Just brought in some money and whatnot. You know, probably made like 27 grand that year. I don't know, something like that. So, so I had some money. But I was using it, you know, eating, going with my friends' places, doing what I had to do. And that's what I used to ask my mom for anyway when I was younger. So it was cool, it worked out. And then my final couple months there is when my mom passed away. and then I quit my job, and then I moved from Baltimore. Then we moved back to the city when I worked there. Once we moved back from the city, that's when she passed. So it was, like I was saying, man, it's just tough how it just, some people can just lose everything. You know what I'm saying? So we're turning things around now, but this elementary school had a lot go down for me. A lot of basketball, a lot of friends, made stuff happen.
Average story in America. So, you know, people used to that. But, you know, playing both parts is hard because, you know, can't work, seeing life crumble. They don't understand, you know. Then, you know, so now I'm 21, you know. Mom passed away about to be 3 years. But she made the difference. Because if she doesn't pass, I don't do what I'm doing now. So it's a blessing and the devil at the same time. But you know, I'm a grown man. So, you know, stuff like that it phases you, can't let it phase you for long. This is what I tell you. If you know my mom, and she would have seen, I would have just been sitting here, shitting myself and crying, she'd have beat the shit out of me anyway. So, no need to do that. When you can just, I'm not making my documentary a depressing thing for me, but we all been through some things. More on my documentary, unlike all these other people, what they came from, and oh, they had to go through this. There's no excuses around here. Because if I ask you something, right, 6 o'clock, cool. So if it's 6 o'clock, what'd you do till 6 o'clock? It doesn't matter. People go through things. I've been shot. Doesn't matter. Why? Because God gave us another day, another dollar. So it's a difference. You know, I hoop, I play basketball, I vlog, I do it all. What do you do? This is the motivational part of where I worked up. People don't want to work 9 to 5. I get it. Neither do I. If I had the option, I'd beat the living shit out of everybody that works 9 to 5. But you can't. You know why? Because you got to get by somehow. But guess what? If y'all don't know, 2020, right? It's 2020. But on my watch, it's 2021. I'm already ahead of the... You see, I showed you the sky for a reason. I showed you this area for a reason in my documentary, letting you know that life turns around if you make it happen. I make it happen. So, you know, I cut all the depressing stuff out of the documentaries, but I'm gonna show you the times and show you everything because people go through stuff. You know, you might think this is a nice area. You know, you see houses and stuff, but then you see the courts. If you've seen the stores, if you've seen the people that really lived around here, you would understand why you don't want to be here. And this isn't even the worst part of this Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So, I've seen all parts. I've been through all parts. I lived in all parts. That's why 2020 we kicking off with a bang. And you know, life happens. Life comes at you fast. Met a lot of people, left a lot of people, seen a lot of people, chilled with a lot of people. People are people. They're gonna be there. So, you know, I'm working for what I got. So when y'all see the vlogs, when you see the flex, when you see us working, know why I flex. Because you see your mom working, right? 9 to 5. But she pay the bills. She get the food on the table. She give you money when she can. So I'm letting you know, for me, it kills you in the long run though. Because you work so hard. What happens if I'm 25? You seen where I lived. I moved. I ain't even show you every house. I'll tell you, I'll show you a couple pictures. But you know, I moved probably 20 times in my life. That's almost as old as me. So that's not even a stationary year in one spot, really. So you keep it together. You've seen a lot, been through a lot. People go through differences. Shit ain't gonna faze me.